I want you to think about your personal chef business for a minute. Just close your eyes and think about it. Now think of the one word that describes how you feel about your personal chef business, right? When you were thinking about it, how are you feeling? You know, or if you haven't started yet, how you feel, and think about starting your personal chef business. It does not have to be positive or even kind of positive, okay? It might be great or blessed or excited, or it might be stuck or overwhelmed or unhappy or discouraged. And I just want to say, I hear you. I am right there with you on both of those things, on all of that. If I were to tell you how I've been feeling about my personal chef biz recently, I've been feeling a lot of highs, a lot of lows. And what helps me, and this might help you too, is to know that, you know, it's okay to feel whatever I'm feeling is just that. It's where I am right now, and that's okay. I know it's gonna change, right? Part of what I noticed I do, and you might do this too, is if I'm feeling down or negative or worried about my business, and I start spending energy trying to pull myself out of it, then this whole thing, it just really gets worse and worse. When I think things like, I shouldn't be feeling like this, I should be focusing on my gratitude, I should be grateful for what I have, I shouldn't have said that, I shouldn't have done that, or whatever, when I should all over myself like that. Honestly, that compounds it, and it makes me feel heavier and more negative about the business, and it actually starts getting my mind looking for more negatives, like more evidence to build up to justify why I am feeling that way. And when I really get into this place, it really gets harder to pull up out of it, right? So think about something that you know that you want, you know, to work on in your business, whether it's getting a new client, or there's a networking group, or a meeting coming up, or maybe working on your taxes and getting your receipts together. Whatever it is, when you're feeling great about it, about your business, you know, how do you show up when you're doing that thing? And when you're feeling negative and when you're shooting all over yourself about feeling negative, how do you show up? Or do you even go, right? I have definitely fallen into that trap of making excuses to get out of something when I am not feeling up, right? Or just not even keeping my commitment to myself. When there's, like, if I'm supposed to be doing videos today, and I'm just really not feeling it. You know, that thing happened yesterday and blah, blah, and I really need to be up, and I should do this and I should do that, right? You know, it's really easy to drop a commitment to ourselves to work on our business when nobody else knows. If we do it or we don't do it, doesn't really matter. Sometimes those commitments that are even more important are just to ourselves, are easier for us to quit, and we just get in that habit of doing that too. So it's human nature, right, that we go to the negative a little bit. It's that primitive part of our brain just trying to keep us safe in the cave, you know, stay on the couch, watch the Netflix, eat the ice cream, don't go out where it's risky, or we could be killed, or even worse, we could get our feelings hurt by a hater, right? We could get judged by other people, the worst thing ever. Sarcasm, yes, but there is a way to get kind of out of this cycle faster. And what I've discovered, is when something happens, like I'm not going to make as much money as I wanted to this month, or I thought I was going to get this client and then they kind of ghosted or decided no or whatever, and I start to get down, I see my thoughts will go to the shoulder, like I should have done this, I should have done that, things should be different, blah, blah, blah. And when I see that I'm starting to do that, I can stop and take a breath and say, you know what, I'm gonna have my 10-minute pity party. I have earned that. I am disappointed in what happened, whether it was how much money I wanted to make that I'm not going to hit, or that client or whatever, or I lost a client and it sucks and I'm down about it, and that's okay. Then the way to get past kind of those negative feelings is to realize, you know what, I have those thoughts. Instead of saying I shouldn't feel like this, I need to feel better right now, I have those thoughts. I'm human, they're going to be here for a while, they're going to go away. I'm not a perfect Pollyanna positive all the time, believe it or not. And then once I recognize that, then I can just focus on my why, and that is what makes me feel better. So knowing your why is everything when you are an entrepreneur. Your why is louder and more powerful than your worries, your doubts, or anything. So for me, I create these videos for passionate cooks to help you start your own personal chef business, to have the joy of getting paid to do what you really love for people who love you and love your food. I want you to have the same or better experience than I have in my business. I want people to know that there's a better option than doing grueling restaurant work, or, being in a crappy part-time cubicle job that you hate, when you really are passionate about cooking and you love food, right? So those are my whys, and they fuel me to leave behind those negative thoughts. They come up, I have haters leave shitty comments, or I get mad at myself when I fumble what I'm trying to say to you. And the absolute worst is when I see someone else's videos who are so slick and they have great music and fancy captions and fancy editing, and I get embarrassed at how my content looks. And I'm not telling you this so that you'll say, oh no, your content's great, or you'll feel bad for me, or anything like that. I'm not saying this so you'll feel anything for me. That's not what I'm talking about. I share this with you because I want to be your guide, right? I want to be your go-to for how to start your personal chef business. And sometimes I worry that if I tell you things that I'm feeling negative or down or that aren't great, you'll think that I'm not a good leader to follow. Now, logically, I know that nobody's perfect, so this is a silly thing to worry about, but I want to share it with you because maybe sometimes you feel the same way about your business, that you're not doing a good enough job, or you're not doing it right. That's always a good one, because there's some right, perfect way, and if you just do that, everything will be fine. But when it comes to entrepreneurship, having your own business isn't easy, and we're going to face some tough stuff. And sometimes you might even wonder, am I good enough to really do this, to start a personal chef business, to get a full load of clients, to make the money I want to make? And I want to tell you, yeah, you are. Okay, do you hear me? Yes, you are good enough to do this. You need to know this. You need to practice it, and you need to believe it with every ounce of your soul, at least 51% of the time. It's okay if 49% of the time it's a struggle. Just believe in it a little bit more than you believe your doubts. Have your own back. I've got your back 100%. But you have to have your back too. And the best, easiest way to do this is to really know your why. And if you haven't really, figured it out yet, your why, here are some of the things that other people said in the Plan Your Personal Chef Business workshop that I did in February. Number 1, be my own boss, create my own schedule, help people with their health. This will be a third career for me, and I want flexibility and control over how and who I work with while making money doing what I love, cooking for others. Number 2, more time with my family. Cooking is my love language and therapy for me. This business is great because you get to be your own boss and cook for people that will enjoy your cooking. That's awesome and makes me excited. I can't wait to get my first client. Number 3, flexibility to be able to spend nights and weekends with my daughter, as well as helping others through my passion of cooking. Number 4, I want that flexibility to spend time with my family, but I'm also passionate about helping other families spend quality time together with good food as catalyst. I enjoy and love cooking for others just to see people smile with different dishes I create, or to help someone else to provide a healthy meal. So think about, what's your why? What fires you up? What gets you into that high energy, positive feeling? What's the reason that you're willing to face your fears, your worries, your insecurities, whatever negative thoughts and emotions come up when you're building your personal chef business? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you.